Your sister made partner while you're still playing entrepreneur, Dad announced in front of everyone. Just then, Mom's phone buzzed. I still remember the exact moment, the air thick with judgment, when my father looked at me, his voice laced with dismissal, and said, "You're trying to make me into something you've never understood." It felt like a punch to the gut, a familiar ache, because he'd never truly tried to understand what I was building. My mother, usually my quiet champion, just looked pained, muttering, "Rachel, please, your father just wants what's best for you." But I corrected her, my voice firm despite the tremor in my hands. He wants what he thinks is best for me. There's a difference. And as I turned to leave, ready to walk out of that suffocating room, the strangest thing happened. My mother's phone buzzed, a loud, insistent vibration in her pocket. She automatically pulled it out, her eyes scanning the notification. Her expression, which had been a mix of concern and resignation, shifted to utter confusion. "Diana, we're in the middle of something important," my father admonished, impatient. But my mother wasn't listening to him. She was staring at her phone, then looking up at me, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Gregory," she said slowly, her voice barely a whisper, "you might want to see this." My father, ever the pragmatist, scoffed, "What could possibly be more important than this family discussion?" My mother just looked directly at me, then read aloud from her phone, the words hanging in the air like a bomb. "Why is your company valued at $1 billion? I am the Wall Street Journal." The room froze. Every single eye in that living room, from my aunt and uncle to my sister Emily, snapped to me. Their expressions ranged from utter confusion to outright disbelief. "What?" I managed, my voice so faint I could barely hear it myself. My mother blinked rapidly, looking back at her phone. "It's a Wall Street Journal news alert. Healthcare startup Connect Care valued at $1 billion in potential acquisition talks with Pharmac Global." She looked up at me again, her gaze piercing. "Rachel, is this your company?" I couldn't process it. Pharmac Global? One of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world? We'd been in early discussions with their innovation department about potential collaboration, but nothing, absolutely nothing, remotely close to acquisition talks had ever been mentioned. And $1 billion valuation? My mind reeled. "I need to see that," I said, crossing the room in 3 quick strides. My mother handed me her phone, and I stared at the headline, my fingers trembling. Emily was already pulling out her own phone, her professional skepticism unable to mask her shock. "Is this some kind of mistake?" she asked. I scrolled through the article, my heart pounding. According to the Wall Street Journal's healthcare technology reporter, Malene Torres, Pharmac Global was in advanced talks to acquire Connect Care for an estimated $1 billion, primarily for a revolutionary patient matching algorithm. Our algorithm. The one that demonstrated unprecedented accuracy in connecting rare disease patients with appropriate clinical trials. The article even quoted an unnamed source within Pharmac, saying our technology could revolutionize clinical trial recruitment and potentially save the pharmaceutical industry billions in failed trial costs, while dramatically accelerating rare disease treatment development. As I read, several things hit me simultaneously. My phone was vibrating constantly in my purse. The room around me had erupted into confused chatter. And my father had moved to read over my shoulder, his expression shifting from dismissal to absolute astonishment. "Rachel," he said, his voice entirely different now, softer, almost reverent. "Is this accurate?" I finally checked my own phone. 17 missed calls from Jasmine, my business partner. 5 from our lawyer, Samuel. 3 from a number I didn't recognize with a New York area code. Dozens of text messages and email notifications. Full story on channel, link below. Watch what happened next.